Hey, what's up? This is gunslinger861. I'm making a video response to Cool Duder's video of movies that scared me as a kid. Uh, Surprisingly, as a horror fan, I don't have a lot of films that have really scared me. I've had a few that have really hit me hard, but there was ones as a kid that not surprisingly, had a massive effect on me, and a few of them I'm actually pretty embarrassed to talk about. But movies that scared me is, as far as horror goes, I grew up in a family where we watched horror movies. We watched scary movies. That's just what happened. You know, you watch scary movies. If it was too intense, the kids left the room. But yeah, scary movies were order of the day. That's what it was. I remember being a kid, and I think my mom and my aunt, and it was always usually them too that I got exposed to shit from. So they were watching American Werewolf in London, and I didn't really figure out what it was for a long time until I actually really sat through it with a friend of mine. And the part Return of the Werewolf, I just remember it scared me so bad as a child, just frightening me. Just when he transforms to werewolf, I look at it now. In fact, I was watching it last night with a good friend of mine, and it was really cool. But when you see it as a kid, holy shit, that is scary. Another one was I remember my parents flipping through the channels, and they were watching this movie, and this girl was in this haunted house, and there was this rotting, squealing pig on the table. And they come to find out years later it was Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is actually probably my favorite Freddy film. To me, it's on par with the first one. Another one was I watched a lot of. I grew up watching the Sci-Fi Channel, as most of us did, and show Tales from the Dark Side. The intro music was so frightening and so scary to me. It's still some of the spookiest music I've ever heard, even as an adult. It still hit me, but not like when I was a kid. And there's an episode called "In the Closet," or yeah, something. I think it was called "In the Closet." It was directed by Tom Savini, and it was about this girl who rents his room, and he said the guy who owns the house says, "Don't open that, it's the small door." And it turns out there's this little red-eyed monster, and I remember flipping it on really quick, and it just scaring the piss out of me. You know, I remember actually finally watching it when I was 20, and it's still, I was chewing on my nails. I mean, it was pretty bad that a 20-year-old man was, you know, saw that kind of effect. Another one, actually, and thank my mom for, and you know, my aunt was Children of the Corn. In fact, they didn't actually let me watch a lot of this. I got to the part where they killed the old people, and that scared me as a kid. I remember covering up for that. Then later on, I watched Pet Sematary, and the first time I watched that, I was scared so bad that I ended up, and it wasn't just one scene, it was the entire movie. It was morbid. And I ended up sleeping on my mom's floor for about 3 days, my brother too. And then later on, I went over to a cousin's house, and she was fun. We watched it, and she made me sit through all the scary parts that I wanted to cover my eyes up. And she's like, "Don't be a pussy, Justin. Watch this." And it scared me again. I knew what I was getting into. Another one that got me, and it's actually a favorite of mine now, is The Island of Dr. Moreau. When I was about maybe 11, and it's just some of those monsters really looked scary to me. They look kind of fake now, and I enjoy the movie and I love the story, but when these monsters, they just appear out of nowhere in the commercial, it spooked me, you know. Another one I think every kid was scared of was Child's Play. It's a laugher. It's funnier than hell now, but when I was a kid, I would actually sleep in the middle of my bed with my arms and my legs tucked close. I didn't want to hang my hand over. I'm afraid Chucky would come out and lop off my wrist or grab me my foot and pull me under and kill me. Now, for the ones I'm embarrassed that I was scared about was honestly when I was a little boy, and mind you, I was a little kid. There's a scene in the film Beastmaster that scared me when they showed how he got his powers, and the witch put the spell on his mother and transported him to the belly of a cow. It wasn't even that; it's her face just frightened me. Her face was really fucked up and deformed, but she had this really kind of nice body, so the whole juxtaposition of it was just, it scared me. I couldn't watch it for years because of the witches, and they just frightened me. And the one, I'm admitting this, but the one that really scared me as a kid was not a horror movie whatsoever. It was Mask. Not Jim Carrey's Mask. It was one with Cher and Eric Stoltz about Rocky Dennis. It's not a horror movie whatsoever. It's not even come close. It's a really great movie, and it's a true story. But his face was so deformed and distorted, it horrified me. I had nightmares. One of the few films that gave me nightmares was Rocky Dennis's face, and it was Eric Stoltz in makeup, but still, yeah, I saw his face. I bailed. I was just like, fuck this, you know, and I didn't watch it again until I was about 15, and then finally I got over it, you know, didn't feel like a real wuss. Also, honestly, the last movie that actually scared me was actually a legitimate horror film was Aftermath Genesis, and I saw it when I was 20, and that's one of the last films that actually scared me. But these were ones I saw when I was a kid, and they spooked me really, really bad. Also, I think there's the vomit scene from Poltergeist too. I forgot about that, where he vomits the demon up. That scared me too, really bad. Oh yeah, the movie was pretty cool. But yeah, that's those are the movies that scared me as a kid. Again, there's not a lot of them because I guess I got desensitized pretty quick. I got exposed to horror films at a very young age, and you know, was always told that this is fake, it's not real. Oh, I forgot one more. Perfect example was The Exorcist. I remember seeing commercials for it when it was on TNT on reruns, and it just was intense, creepy, scary. Linda Blair's performance in that, and it was all showed really quick in really quick motion. So people were just, it was like, bam, you see the priest, bam, you see your face, see her float, and this and that, and her eyes, and it was a lot for a kid to see. So that's all I can really think of right now as far as those kind of horror movies. That's the only one I can really think of. The ones I can really think of that really had a huge effect on me. Other than that, it took quite a bit. So that's my video response. I thought it was a cool idea. I liked it. So that's it for me for now. Later.